I'm Kathy Parker. I am the mayor of the town of Fountain, and I am with Julia Smith today. She is coordinating our Emma Dupree Day, which is April 15th, coming up here in Fountain. Good morning, good afternoon, Julia. I got
Good
my.
morning to you and to everybody else.
All right. So, Julia, will you tell us a little bit about Emma Dupree?
Yes, Emma was born in 1897 and born in Falkland, but she moved with her second husband and her children to Fountain somewhere in the 1930s and just became a wonderful figure in town. She had always been interested in herbs and making her potions and whatever else needed salves and teas and things like that to help make people feel better if they were ailing or had injuries or something like that. And she just kept that up throughout her life. So when she came here, she of course started helping community members and family and friends with all of the kinds of things that she would come up with. And it to me it's herbals, and it's, in my opinion, back in the 1930s and since then, herbals have only become popular in the last, say, 10 or 15 years, or commonplace. And so to me, she was before her time. And so because she was here and helped so many community members, and she did that so much from her heart, we wanted to start commemorating her life and her knowledge. And that started about 2018 when we started an Emma Dupree Day.
Okay, now Emma was also a very popular person in Fountain. Uh, she was like a family member to everybody, correct?
Yes. There's several articles about her, and honestly, everything I'm telling you here is it's nothing new. It's contained in all of the articles about her. But she was known as Miss Emma or Aunt Emma in town. Back when she was younger, they often called her that little medicine thing. So it's always been, the herbals have always been a part of her life as far as the medicinal part. But yes, she was like a grandma or an aunt here in town.
And the town of Fountain also has a marker that mentions Emma. Could you tell us about the marker?
Yes, I believe that was put up maybe last year or pre-COVID. I don't remember which, maybe last year. And it's at the corner of Mill Street and Highway 258, which is also called Railroad Street. And it was made by a company called Legends and Lore and paid for by the William G. Pomeroy Foundation. And it does, mention her. I would show you a picture of it, but I didn't realize that I wouldn't be able to go to my pictures on my phone. But we do have a Friends of Fountain Facebook page. And if you want to friend that page or like that page, you should be able to see all of the information about the event, and then a picture of course, bunches of pictures of Emma and the marker and a couple of other things. So we would love to have you go on there and check out those photos.
Emma still has a lot of family around in this area, doesn't she?
I'm not sure a lot. I've only been able to talk to three, and part of that was a maybe a niece or a grandchild or something who's in Africa. So she said she appreciated the invitation to the event, but she wouldn't be able to make it. And I know
Hard.
she has some, at least one relative in Fountain, and then I think the others may be nearby in Pitt County, maybe.
Okay. Is it my understanding that the county also did a proclamation for Emma?
They did, and that was so wonderful. They had a portion of their last meeting on the late March, specifically for the proclamation. They proclaimed April the 15th as Emma Dupree Health and Wellness Day and gave us this beautiful framed document. And you can also see that on the Facebook page. But it was just a really good thing. And I believe there are a couple of either the commissioners or the county manager will be at the event.
That sounds really nice. Can you tell us a little bit about what people can expect to see at RA Fountain General Store on this day that we're recognizing Emma?
Yes. And let me tell you before I forget, the event is at RA Fountain Store, which is at 6754 East Wilson Street in Fountain. If you're not familiar with Pitt County, be sure that when you Google the address or Google RA Fountain Store or Fountain, that you put in the zip code, because I think there is a town somewhere around Wilmington that for some reason Google gets it mixed up. But anyway, um, but it will be at the store, and we wanted to make this a health and wellness awareness type day because she was so concerned about helping people feel better. And so we wanted to make sure that we could get out information about a variety of health and wellness topics. So we have Cheryl Levinson, who is from Therapeutic Alternatives, who's going to have a table on brain health. We'll have Marion Swinker from the Cypress Group, which is a Greenville organization, part of the Sierra Club. And I feel like, for myself, that health and wellness also includes the environment, and they are a grassroots organization that that's their topic, is the environment. We'll have a master gardener from the Pitt County Arboretum. A table of health books, which will be sort of sponsored by the Farmville Library. A beekeeper, Jerry Flanagan from Farmville, who will have a clear beehive so that you can see the workings of the bees. And there's another beekeeper, Dr. Ricky Watson, who will be able to tell us the health benefits of honey. We have Mary Wells, who is I believe, the coordinator for Pitt. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Sorry. But a health organization based in Greenville, possibly associated with the hospital. And yeah, I'm sorry. Mary Wells, coordinator of the Pitt Partners for Health. She'll have a table with the overview of services that they offer, plus information on a healthy lifestyle and senior care. Audrey Vines out of Farmville will have she has a store over there, Herbal Spa Services, and she'll have some information on her herbal teas and essential oils. And then we also have an herbalist from Pine Tops, Vanessa Etheridge, and she will have a table. Two other things that we'll have there's a place in Greenville. It's a new facility, I believe, called Galileo Medical, and they will be doing health screenings of your A1C and blood pressure. And then from Rocky Mount Natural High Smoothies, we really wanted a natural or healthier option as far as snacks or food. And Christopher, that owns that business, has smoothies. He has fruit bowls. He makes an elderberry syrup, I believe. I don't know if he'll have that for sale, but that's one of his products. And he also has some products made out of sea moss, and those things are supposed to be helpful. So, Kathy, does that sound like I covered everybody?
Everything except what the town of Fountain's going to do.
You tell us about that.
Yeah, we're going to have a table in regards to Kids in the Park, which is located at Trevathan Pond, where Mr. Trevathan has allowed the town to have a trail around the pond. And we have also been incorporated with Kids in the Park, Tracks for Trails. There'll be lots of brochures on our table to kind of get children interested in going out to the park and seeing what they can find for animals and insects. They can also take the brochures, go online and hook up with other areas for kids in the park and earn little badges for every visit they make. We've been a part of this program for 3 or 4 years now, actually probably longer than that, but we haven't been in a position to promote it. But with the help from Pitt County Parks and Recreation, we've been able to get a little bit more done out there. And we're really, really hopeful that this will catch on with our local children, as well as encourage children from other areas to come out and not only visit our park, but to visit all the parks available through tracks and trails or Kids in the Park. So I am looking forward to being at that table and answering any questions that come up. Um, Other questions I might have for you, Julia, is what inspired you to take on this challenge of coordinating this Emma Dupree Day?
Well, Fountain, I'm not actually sure. Maybe Alex Albright started it originally, or the Presbyterian Church maybe started it back in 2018 ish.
I
And
think along with Pit Partners for Health. Yeah.
yeah, and they, she's just such a legend in my mind. And we just didn't need to lose it. We needed to be able to celebrate her. And to me, health and wellness is such a everybody, what you're supposed to do a lot of times, but you need reminders along the way about the way to stay healthy. And so I think events like this are extremely important, as well as the thing with the kids in the park. So many kids, you've got phones and computers and laptops and things that will keep them stuck inside. And the kids in the park is, you want to be able to get them back outside. I grew up in an era where I read a lot, so I guess I was inside, but outside was the place to be. You learned how to scrape your knee and make mud pies and things like that, but you were in nature. And even now, we've learned that just being out and touching real ground, not concrete or something like that, is just helpful. And so I think all of this will be some great information for folks to have.
I think so too. The town of Fountain also has, we, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of trails in our town, but we do have streets mapped out. And as to um, how long they are, if they're a quarter,
Hmm.
half a mile, or a mile. And we will have those maps available also for anyone to pick up. And if they just want a different area to walk in to get their exercise, they will know where they can walk and the distance that they have walked in. So we will have that available at the Emma Dupree Day also. Um, is there anything else, Julia, that you can think of that we can tell everybody about? I know Alex Albright and the Presbyterian Church here in Fountain were a big push for Emma Dupree Day, and that they have been the ones that have coordinated this event every year. But now they're ready for someone else within the town or the town itself to take it on.
Right.
I know that we asked you because you are also the coordinator for the wellness center for our elderly here, as well as you're kind of the president of the new Women's of Fountain organization, which is going to be helping you setting up and hopefully cleaning up that day.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had to come up with a title for myself, and it's an unofficial title as advocate for Fountain and keeper of the keys, because I seem to have so many keys for different places in town. And yes, we do have health and wellness activities at the Fountain Wellness Center between 9 and 1 o'clock every day, and I am the site manager there. And so the other things to tell you about were the please Google for information about Miss Emma. All you have to put is Emma Dupree. She's on Wikipedia. There is a wonderful, really old video of her that it's probably easier to see it on YouTube, but I think it's also in the ECU Digital Library. And also on Facebook, just put Emma Dupree, and you should be able to see some of the older events pop up there. But also, as I said before, we have a Friends of Town of Fountain Facebook page, and you can certainly like that page and find out some more information about Emma Dupree Day and about the town of Fountain and the other activities we have going on.
I think also if they Google Emma Dupree, they will find out that she's well known in other states as well, not just North Carolina, even though she lived here. The fact that she was an herbalist, I think, has promoted her area.
Yeah, I know that in one of the articles that I read, it said that scholars and physicians had come to her to ask her information about the medicines and that kind of thing that she knew about. And she received 2 awards. They were North Carolina awards. And I honestly don't have that right in front of me. But it seems like one of them was a North Carolina Folk Life Award in '84. And then another one in the '90s that was from another North Carolina group. So yes, she's definitely recognized.
All right. Julia, you want to tell people how to get in touch with you if they have any further questions about the event or whether or not they can be involved in the event?
Sure. You can send information or a request to my email, jumew237@gmail. Or you can certainly give me a call at 252-531-4320. Of course, I won't recognize your number, so you might have to leave a message, but I'll certainly give you a call back.
All right. Have we covered everything we need to cover, Julia, for Emma
I
Dupree?
hope so. We really look forward to seeing some lots and lots of faces in the town of Fountain on the 15th. It will be from 10 to 3 if we haven't said that already. And please find me and introduce yourself. I can't have too many friends.
Okay, and I am also, book is Kathy Palmer Parker. I am the mayor of Fountain. So if you see me or on Facebook or in person, you can ask me anything you want to about Emma Dupree Day or Fountain in general. And we want to thank everybody for listening to us. And please, please come out and see what we're talking about. Emma is someone that we cannot lose our information about. She is our history and our future. And thank you for so much for listening today.